These teens are spending a night in the cold by choice, to dramatize a point. On any given night in Minnesota, 2,500 young people will spend a night on the streets, but not by choice. And young people from church congregations all over the Twin Cities are doing something about it. It's called A Night on the Streets, and it raises money for shelters and for the youth themselves to help them rebuild their lives.
And the young people come, often 13, 14-year-olds are coming tonight to learn about the fact that there's other young people their age out on the street, homeless with no place to go. And they're part of the solution because they've raised money to help support the work that Beacon does to help people who are homeless find a home.
The first night on the street that I did, I was like so shocked that people, like in April, that it's so cold and people have to spend the nights on the street in April, and that it's like even worse in December and January. That like really stuck with me, and I've done it ever since.
When someone ends up homeless out on the street at 15, it's because they think the streets are safer than their home. So there may be physical or sexual abuse going on, there may be drug abuse, things that are too scary at home, so they head out into the streets thinking that it'll be safer out there.
I think a lot of it is trouble with parents and like not getting along with parents or not having any or enough support in the right areas, either from school or their families. And I know that some kids like get kicked out, or they leave home, or maybe their parents can't have them there anymore, and they end up couch jumping, and it's just not good.
As night approached, the temperatures fell. Youth were getting an idea of the conditions real homeless youth face during a chilly night like this one.
And so we really have people who are coming from their faith perspective to understand that we need to care for those less fortunate in our community. And they're willing to put themselves out here on a cold and snowy night, which we certainly didn't expect. And we asked them earlier just who's going to spend the whole night out here, and they all were like, I am.
Do you guys think you're going to make it all night?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think so. It's not too bad. We're going to huddle together.
What's your name?
Haley. Lauren. Jessica. Alex. Janelle.
And why are you here tonight?
We're here to be educated about youth homelessness.
And how do you think you're going to feel after tomorrow?
I think I'm going to feel cold, but I definitely have learned a lot, and so I think this is like a really great experience. And I think even though the weather is kind of crazy right now, I think it's just more realistic of what actually happens. So, yeah, because we can't control the weather, and neither can they. So, yeah.
I'm William Dean.
And what made you come out and do this evening?
I just want to help the community, and homelessness really saddens me. I just want to make a difference.
Do you think you're going to make it all night?
Well, it's really cold, but hopefully.
But it was just like I didn't fall asleep that night because it was too cold and not comfortable, and I don't think that I'd be able to like go to school or go to a job or function like somebody who's had a good night's sleep after spending the night outside.
And certainly those are things that homeless youth have to deal with.
And they're expected to. If they need to find housing or a job, they have to like leave shelters at 6 in the morning, and nothing's open at 6 in the morning, so you just like walk around the streets. And
so I think that being here, you know, when it is this cold, and to realize, so there's 2,500 young people that are homeless on any given night in Minnesota. And so we'll have about 250, so they can start to multiply that and imagine that somewhere in the state of Minnesota, there are young people out there sleeping in porta potties or maybe on a bus trying to stay warm. And I think when they see young people, they realize that there may be homeless kids in their own schools that they didn't even know were homeless. They're couch hopping. So we think it opens their hearts to making a difference.